Neil Sutton's my name. I tried to get an interpreter to help me this afternoon, so if you can pick up on the Australian accent, that's great. What I brought to TIDES this year is the Humanihut shelter system you'll see through there, the big green. We call it a roof. Someone said it was a boomerang. Yes, it looks either way. This was designed from a conversation that was held together with my business partner, who wasn't a business partner then, about 3 years ago. We were in our backyard and discussing the Syrian issue, and it really was what can relatively comfortable Westerners do to help the wretched plight of the people in Syria that were crossing at that stage 12,000 people a week across the border into Jordan and Lebanon. And we put some thought into it and we came up with this. It is fully collapsible or foldable down at 300mm. You fit 8 of them into a shipping container, 8 at either end, so 16 come out at 8 either end, lays on the ground. Each hut goes up in 5 minutes. The 16 huts plus the shipping container, which is reconfigured to be the toilets and showers for those 16, are put on the ground and ready to go in about 2.5 hours. We can put a full, what we call a village, which will take 2,400 people. That can go up in 3 days. And what it comes with its fresh water, comes with a full water recycling plant, sewage plant and power generation. We can put solar on the roof to support the diesel generator, but we can just put the biggest bloody generator you can find. We can power the whole village, and you can keep plonking those down. Just to give you an example, of that there's 420 of those huts in that one village. Of that village of 2,400 people, there's actually, you'd need to put down another 100 to capture Zartri, which is just one camp in Jordan, so there's a significant need. At the moment with tents are running out after about 6 or 8 months. They wear out in the environment, so those poor people after that time are being moved on to another tent. So all the gear comes out, they have to go into a new tent. This has got a 20-year lifespan. Cost, yes, it's going to be significantly more than the tents. However, after about year 4.5, you have paid, because you're turning over the tents, you're paid for the cost of the Humanihut system, and then you've got about 16 years, and all the money that you would be continuing to put into tentage in that environment can go into other programs. And just keep in mind that the average time that someone, an IDP or a refugee, spends in a camp is about 12 years. So we're not talking about just a very short turnover here. We are talking about giving them shelter with some dignity to life, and we're able to deliver that pretty rapidly. We're not the first responders, we're the second. We'll come in behind that first tent setup. We've designed it so that we're there at the point that they need to move them, the first and then the last time, into something more rigid. The improvement over a rigid container that is completely rigid coming in, and all of the air that is in that container, you get one on the back of a truck. We are 16 times more efficient in space and in the logistics space required to get our equipment in. We only designed it 3 years ago. We go to manufacture. This is our first. We've come out of the closet. This is the first time we've shown it anywhere. Our website was only cranked up yesterday for this, so we are very new. We manufacture the shelter part of it from March of next year, but we have won a contract already. When you take all the services out of that, it actually has, unbeknownst to us, but someone saw the benefit of it, and we're happy for them to do so. It's become a very successful now self-storage container. You've got a company here in the United States called TIDES. Well, their franchise in Australia have just written a contract and are starting to buy them to use them for self-storage, because they don't have a container that can be put onto rail or can be sent nationally by shipping, internationally by shipping. That you can load it, put it straight into an ISO container, such as this one over here, put it straight onto a ship from Washington here, send it to Adelaide in Australia. I'm sure you all want to move and live there, and unload at your door. So this is another element, has nothing to do with the humanitarian work, but it's also a very good field storage. 20 years support. As I say, down at 300mm, you can get 8. It can be palletised or put into a container. It will go into the back of C-130, C-17, underslung under a Chinook. And we hope that it will pick up. It's certainly picked up a lot of interest. We're very pleased to have been here and given the opportunity. Even in the last 2 days, applications that we had not thought were possible are very possible, because people are telling us where they would use it, and we are able to configure it for that. Thank you very much. Any questions? Okay, thank you.